Yes, sir. Here I am again, out here at the job site. It's been a week. If you were with me last time, I told you I was going to my mother's for about a week. Now, I just got back today, and I thought, I'm going to come down here and see what they've done. I was hoping they were going to have run lots of the electrical in here, but son of a gun, I don't see any more additional work in here. We still got this set up here. The electricians have not been back yet, you know. But the funny thing is, and so I was going to talk to you about all the electrical outlets and the light switches and all that. I'll have to do that. Never fear, I'll do that when the electricians are here. But I did notice, look at this. I did notice up in here, there's some air conditioning ducts way up high. Look at this. You see that? Let's just see where that goes. It goes out into the garage, and it's right above this unit. Now, if you were with me before, you saw all the air conditioning ducts that are attached to these two plenums that go underneath the house. And there's the big duct there, and there's a big duct right under there, okay? And that's for all of the ducting that goes underneath the floor, okay? Remember, the registers in the floor are like this one here. They're all in each one of the rooms, kind of like this, okay? There's another one over there, there's one here. All that kind of stuff. So what do you suppose? And so the heat and the air are going to come up from the floor. And I kind of like that. Okay, so what are these big, huge ducts up here? Remember, I just showed you this one. It goes out. Well, there's going to be another one. Over here, let's walk you over. Let's walk you over this way. You see that one there? It's kind of hard to see, huh? There's a Y there, and there's two big, huge ducts going off in the directions over here, and then they haven't connected the end of it yet from here over, and that'll come down over into the garage too, and that's for the air returns. Do you see this here? Here's one of them, the big, huge duct that went across, boom, 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 over to that Y, okay, and then the other one. It's about the same size, and it keeps on going. And let's see here. See, here's another one. That's a separate one. That's a separate one right there that zips around, boom, 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 all the way over. And then there's this one here, and it's just kind of set here. Look, you see? I guess they haven't decided exactly where this air return is going to be yet. It might be up in over here or something. And that's so that the air, as the air is coming up from the ground, from the floor outlets, okay? These are the air supplies. These are the supplies, meaning the air registers pumping the air, the cold air up, the hot air up in the winter, the cold air in the summer. And then these will be air returns. The air has to come up through here. It goes all the way back, and these suck. And they suck back to the unit, and then it blows back. And so it kind of is a revolving type thing. And I don't see any other air returns yet, but I know that's going to be an air return. Then we got this air return and this air return. I'm not quite sure why these two are so close together that it almost like averages one out, because that one's so close. But see, that one's going to be designed to go on down the hallway and such. And I'm going to be curious, you know, obviously they've just started these air returns, and I'm guessing that they might have a couple extra air returns. And I'm not quite sure. We'll just have to see the ongoing progress that the air conditioning guys are doing, because on that side of the house, I don't know if they're going to put an air return in over here. They may decide that all of this air in here will then go and go across this way, and that air return is so big, it's going to be powerful to suck all the air that direction, as well as this one over here, and that's going to help grab all this air and suck it over that way, unless they install another air return up through this area, way up high, back down, over in one of these rooms or something. You know, they might. We'll just, like I say, we'll just have to see. Okay, so that's part of the air conditioning, and I see, you see this right here. That's kind of odd how they did that. They just drill a hole through the side and come out like that. That kind of, I guess that's just how they do it nowadays. And then he's tied that. That's going to be where the thermostat's going to be located. And then when the sheetrockers come, they'll have to cut a hole and then put it over that, and then they'll wrap this on the outside. Okay. Sometimes I've seen it where they'll put some in, you know, wrapped around inside the wall to where they can grab it, and then they've got enough flex to put it wherever they want or have extra. See, this is where there's going to be another thermostat. See, it says stat, and that's just short for thermostat. Okay, so we know there's one there, there's one there, and I think I saw, well, I saw something else over here, but these wires are for something else. This see all this? This is like low voltage wires up in here, and they come out right here, and I'm kind of curious what those are for. They're numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, they've got little dinky numbers on there, and that's I'm not sure that could be for an alarm system, but I don't know why they have them, you know, all the way across here. Here's something else. This is probably going to be for a thermostat or something, and here's some other wires over here. I have no idea what's going on with all that kind of stuff, you know, but luckily the air conditioning guys know. And the funny thing was, I looked over here and I saw this big air conditioning duct. You have any idea what this is for? I think somebody's just playing a game here. We know this doesn't go anywhere. That's just on the ground. And somehow there's a register on there, and they've got it screwed up to here, right there, and this right here. I'm at a loss. I don't know what that's for. Maybe they're going to use that for something else, and they've just attached it there for temporary, and they've already cut something, and they're going to use that somewhere as an air return somewhere else. Have no idea. I just don't know. Okay, but let's go back in here. See, that's part of the air conditioning subcontractor's project, the air returns, and then he'll have to figure out how to run all this stuff. See, there's a pipe there, and when you see a pipe like this one right here, there's two different pipes in there, and that's for the gas. I know that's for a gas outlet, okay, for an exhaust, because way up high, you see where they've cut it? They've cut the wood all the way around there, giving it enough gap around there, because that is going to take it through the roof, and you can't have it too close to the plywood. Okay, then they'll put a top cap on there and that sort of thing. Here's another area that's probably going to be for exhaust too, and it goes up through the roof. Here's another one, and they'll attach something for that. There's that little thing is a little standoff, and they've attached that, and they've drilled a hole up through there. So that's all part of the air conditioning. My word, this is going to be all big here, and I'm kind of curious how they're going to transition these the flexible ducting, because it'll probably stop there, and then they'll attach some rigid, and there'll probably be rigid ducting going down to however their units are going to be right in here. And hey, it's just a work in progress. I'm just showing you what is going on so far. And the other thing that's the responsibility usually for the air conditioning guy is all the exhaust vents. And so see, this right here is an exhaust vent, and it goes on down there. Here's another one. Let's follow that line And you see it goes into this room here. That's going to be for an exhaust vent. Okay, and they've got quite a few in here. I see another one over here. It zips on over. It goes over into this room. See, right here, and they all terminate. They all terminate over this direction. Look at this. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4. And they've drilled the holes up through there, and then and they've got all that roughed in, ready for the roofers to come. And that's something they have to do before the roofer guys come. Here's another exhaust fan here. They've all made that determination. They didn't decide that on their own. It's all written down on the plans, and they look at the plans, and then they figure out how they're going to get all that stuff installed. And that's all the air conditioning guys' responsibility. Now here's something else. I see a pipe. This is hard, rigid pipe. You got any ideas what this is going to be for? See, it goes up this way. Now we know that's going to go up out of the roof. They just haven't cut it yet. They've just started with that. There's another piece of rigid setting up there. I call that rigid pipe. You see, they've just got that set there for right now. My guess is they're probably going to have a fireplace here. Now see here, this is called, they're just calling it hood. And C with a line like this is called center line. You ever see a C with a line through it and an L, center line? That's the center line of the hood. Okay, so it's coming out right there, and they'll probably build this out, frame it all out, so there'll probably be a nice little fireplace right there. It'll be a gas fireplace, and then that's going to be the flue. That's my guess, is that's going to be the flue going up there, but it just seems kind of, I don't know. Some flumes have flues are triple wall. This is only a single wall, so I'm kind of curious what's going on with that, and maybe it's some type of system here that's designed for just a single pipe. Isn't that something? Well, and like I say, we'll come back and we'll check that out later. We'll check that out later. And they've done a nice job. Whoever has done the framing and all that kind of stuff, they've cleaned up everything. You remember all the stuff that they had in here. It's always nice to keep your job site nice and clean like this. They've got their 2x4s, or their scrap 2x4s set over here in case they need fire blocks, in case they need certain things. Then they'll take out of the bone pile. I call this the bone pile, and they've got other piles around where if you need a few blocks, you're not gonna cut it out of some brand new pieces. You're not gonna cut it out of some brand new pieces like that when you've got scraps over here. Okay, and so they've just stacked this over here for right now, and so. The air conditioning guy, I'm sure he'll be back and do some more. Okay, so I think that's all I can show you on air conditioning. But I'm going to show you some more stuff. I'm going to show you some more stuff here coming up. You know, I came out here before dark. I've got enough time. I'm going to talk about a little bit about plumbing. I'm going to talk a little bit about their other trusses that they've installed over here. So check back with me. This is another episode of How to Build a House. Okay, you want to see all my other episodes? You just go. You want to see how they've done their electrical, where these electricals are going, and different things like that. Just go to How to Build a House. Okay, go to my main YouTube channel page and scroll down to playlists. Click on playlists and then scroll down to How to Build a House, and anything having to do with this house will be on there that I've got posted. Okay, and in fact I've got some other ones on another house that I did a few videos. I was fortunate enough to be involved with another house down the street, and you know, it just happens to do with the concrete, pouring the concrete, doing some work on the foundation and the floor joists and the trusses and the walls and stuff like that. I didn't get too far beyond drywall, okay? But this house, hopefully I'll be able to come in here. Hopefully I'll be able to get in here after they build out the front and put a temporary front door on here. Hopefully, maybe I'll get a key from the builder. We'll see. And then I can still walk in here and show you all kinds of other stuff, okay? But yes, they are really looking like they're doing a good job here so far, okay? Thanks for joining me. Ay, chihuahua. Hey, this is what happens when it starts raining. You see here? Look, all the floors are wet. They're trying to get the rest of the roof in and stuff, and it's just a first start of winter, and I'm sure they're going to try to get this dried in before it rains too much, but I know they still have quite a bit of stuff to do, and they may not make it. They may not make it, and that's okay if they don't. They don't. You know, they get wet a little bit in here. The electricians can still work. The plumbers can still work. The framers can still work. But they got a long ways to go actually to dry it in. They'd have to get all the rest of the trusses installed over here, the rest of the plywood done, roofing material put on, windows installed, the Tyvek paper wrapped around the entire place. I don't think they're gonna get that far before winter, but who knows? They just might. Okay, so I thought I'd come over here. I was hoping that the electricians would come today. Today is Sunday, but I can see that they have not come. They must have been on another job site. See, here's the roll of wire still sitting here on this little thing. Okay, and that's okay. But I did want to come over here because this coming week I'm going to mother's. I'm going to my mom's for the next week or so, and doing some odds and ends for her and my auntie, honeydew list for them before it starts raining. A couple things, cleaning out gutters and downspouts and tile floor, grout lines, and a few other things. And so when I get back, we might see the rest of this plywood up here installed. We might see plywood on top of the trusses. We might see the rest of these trusses over here installed. See all these trusses over here. We'll have to go in from this section all the way across, and you can see they're all stacked up here. And here they've got them stacked out here. They've still got to install some posts in here and some big glue lam beams to hold up the end of this truss. I thought that very interesting that the truss spans from that point on beyond the edge of the house and all the way over to a patio area. So I thought that was pretty slick. We'll see that next time. Okay? But for now, I think I'm going home. Well, that's all I got for this time. But I'll be back with more videos as usual. Hey, you want to see other stuff that I've posted on building this house or building another house? As a matter of fact, go to my YouTube channel, my main YouTube channel page, click on playlists, and scroll down to how to build a house, and all of the videos that I've made before this at this house and another house will be all in that section. Okay, so check it out. The more you watch, the more you'll learn. That's just how it works.